Thank you for joining us at this year's conference. It is my honor and privilege today to present this year's Above and Beyond Leadership Recognition. 2020 has been hard on all of us, and while you're at the conference, you will find solutions and best practices to some of your challenges. Our team also saw this as an opportunity to celebrate those people who saw challenges and went above and beyond for their teams and their organizations. These people have motivated and inspired their teammates throughout the course of the year despite very challenging circumstances. Out of 435 different member organizations, thousands of individuals, and dozens of stories, we want to celebrate these 8 individuals for the impact that they have had on their teams. I hope you'll join me today in celebrating and honoring these Above and Beyond Leadership Recognition winners, as well as take a moment to share some gratitude with the people on your team who have gone above and beyond the call of duty this year. Congratulations to this year's winners, and thank you for joining us.
Because above and beyond her job description or the expectations of how she supported the business on a day-to-day basis, she really took the initiative to help her team and her community understand the purpose that can be achieved with work that benefits them. And I think in a time of stress and great change, to know that and to have kind of that personal calling to really support and serve the employment team at WEPCO, as well as the community of customers and the community at large. She was really ahead of the curve on identifying that and taking action on it. Tenacious, maybe, on not giving up till she got things as robust as she wanted them and brought people in. She definitely displayed leadership in getting this pivot into PPE initiated. And so, which wouldn't have been successful without the respect and esteem of her team. So congrats to her on great leadership and great initiative.
Once the pandemic hit, Amanda adapted immediately as soon as that email came through saying that there was a need for PPE. Amanda developed an entirely new value stream, hired new people, and she was very calm through the entire process. Amanda is motivated and committed. So once she is starting something, she finishes it out with the same degree of commitment and energy that she started with.
It is very special, and I think it's a little bit more special this year. I think this is the first time Missy and I have seen each other, other than on pictures on LinkedIn. So she and I have had a complete phone relationship and email relationship thanks to COVID. So I think it makes it a little bit more special. Absolutely nothing fancy or sophisticated. Communication. And that ranged from, I think every single person in the company has my cell phone number now, because during COVID, that was really the only way we could communicate. But, it's going back there and doing the fist bumps and checking on them and making sure that they know that we genuinely care about them far beyond what they may produce at work, but that we're invested in their lives. I am just so grateful to be a part of MAPP and to have gotten to spend time getting to know Missy and to get to play a part of Sydney's career.
I'm just really proud of what he's been able to accomplish and what he continues to accomplish, and the fact that when he was told about this, he's just like, hey, I was just doing my job. It's like, well, actually, you were doing a lot more than just your job. So to be able to nominate someone like that for an award it's really nice, and I'm hoping he's proud of what he's been able to accomplish, so he deserves it. it's kind of surprising how you're able to ask him to do so many things, especially the day-to-day. He runs the entire facility essentially on his own, and to be able to do that, and for us to be able to keep asking him to do more and more, and for him to be able to accept it and thrive is honestly, it's impressive. It's the type of employee you only get once.
The guy can do about everything, anything from setup to receiving to loading trucks to some tool and die to maintenance. He can do it all. And so because of that, I can't think of anything that's more above and beyond than that. And just the fact, I feel that everybody here at Bruin does above and beyond, and to rise to the top and noticeably be even higher is, in my mind, quite an accomplishment. Definitely trustworthy. You don't put a guy in a facility by himself if you can't trust him. Reliable, always reliable, and intelligent and grateful. He's grateful. He just appreciates everything that's given to him and gobbles up anything you throw at him. I'm very proud and fortunate to have somebody like Bryan on the Bruin team. Again, I think a lot of everybody that works down here, and they think a lot of Bryan. So just that in itself, it speaks a ton.
I started here about 26 years ago, just entry level mixing, and a year after that, I had the opportunity to move into production, and I've been here in production ever since. So just, learning every day. I mean, there's always something to learn. The better I do, the better the company's going to do, the better everybody's going to do. I mean, that's, I guess, all this has been put on my shoulders, and I want to make it happen, get it done. And I'd just like to give a big thank you to Nick and everybody who, supports me. I mean, without them, I wouldn't be where I was. And
his character, his drive, his inability to quit. He continues to go through things, even in the darkest of days when we were going through some tough times. He was that shining light that kept us going. He was the one that gave us hope when maybe I was coming to work and I didn't feel all that much hope. I'd have a meeting with him, and then bam, it went the exact opposite way. So, that's definitely something I haven't experienced before in a manager, or in this case, the vice president. He will continue to drive this ship. He will continue to drive our projects, whatever he's working on, at the same time as being understanding and caring for who is participating in these projects, who is here as employees. So yeah, driven and caring.
He's a great leader. He leads by example. He shows everybody what needs to be done through himself, and couldn't ask for a better person to take charge and control the company, especially us as owners, me and my wife and her sister. He's part of us, part of the family, part of Trademark family. At the first part of this was, we had our good ups and downs. The ups are amazing though, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for both myself as him as a friend, employee, and as a leader at Trademark Plastics. And it's just, like I said, it's exciting to see where it's going, because I hope to learn a lot more from him in the future too.
Man, it's surreal. That day when Robbie told me he nominated me, and when you emailed me, I called Robbie like, what's going on? What is this about? And he told me and stuff, and I was just like, oh, I'm just shocked. It's just shocking, you know. David didn't mention this, but one of the main reasons why David and I get along so well is because we're both really humble, and we both come from, poor backgrounds where we didn't have everything, you know, and we had to work hard for what we got. And that's the one thing, you know. I show people how to build their empire. Become a subject matter expert and don't continue to do that. Then after that, you have to excel and you have to build the organization, your little organization. And don't forget about the guy below you. And that's the main thing I try to teach the guys is you do not forget about the guy below you, because the guy below you or the girl below you, whatever, you know, they're looking up to you. They're admiring you. They want, you know, they're watching you every step of the way. This company is everything. This company is worth fighting for. That's why I stayed. As long as I stayed for David, for the family, and I believe in this place. And it's, I know some people are probably gonna look at this like, damn, why is this guy getting so emotional? It's like, because it means a lot. You know, it means a lot. It's like we've gone through some hard stuff, and to be recognized for something like this is really humbling. It's really, really awesome.
And actually, the reason I wrote this award is because I heard that Danielle had offered to help one of our employees who had lost their childcare during the pandemic find childcare again personally. You know, obviously that's not something that a company employee has to do, and in my mind, it stuck in my mind as the very definition of above and beyond. So, and that's just one positive example of how she's helped the company through this and why I nominated her for the award. What makes Danielle stand out? Her attitude, I think, is the first thing. Always positive, like I said, in the midst of a really stressful time. And it's just her willingness to come in and talk to people. We're a 24/7 operation, and she's come in on those nights and weekends to talk to night shift, whereas other folks may have just emailed out policies or put it on the supervisors themselves. She's always been there to support her supervisors and managers in that, and just been there with the company and all the employees throughout all this. I think she's done a great job this year in the midst of all the COVID pandemic. And again, she's only been with the company 2 years, so I'm excited once this is more back to normal to see what she'll do with HR in the company after.
I feel really humbled. Actually, I feel really proud, and it's very unexpected. When I go on the floor, I do also try to be more interactive in how can I help you, instead of what can you do for me, it's what can I do for you. And that tends to bring up a lot of great ideas, and it really helps spur some of the conversations. I love everybody there, and I love talking to everybody, and I know everybody's name, and I do that on purpose. That's how I want to be as an HR manager.
He has that solid foundation in everything he does. Anytime you need him, anytime you have a question, he's open, he's available to you, and he helps you with any problem you might have and need a solution for. As I am leaving the plant, he has already gone home to spend time with his family, and we get a call for an engineering change, and he, no sooner than he got done mowing his lawn, was back here in the plant with me working on it until about 10 or 11 o'clock at night. Just that dedication and partnership to know that I wasn't going to be here working alone on it.
Eric is one of our go-to players. Anytime we have any technical challenges, he's the guy that rises to the occasion, and we were presented with a challenge for the COVID-19 and the ventilator project, and countless weekend hours, overtime hours, driving back and forth to the customer, taking samples, designing things late at night, and just really stepped up and helped us make this a huge success for our company. He's the kind of guy that just all of the time, if we have some problem in one of our plants, he'll get in his truck and drive 5-6 hours on a Saturday night or a Sunday night. And that's just, he is a team player that has really helped us get to where we are today. And we're very excited to have him on our team.
I like to see the team, my direct team and the teams around me succeed. So not afraid to get in and help with a problem, and I think the teams appreciate that. I'd say it comes from the entire team, the can-do culture here. Since I've been here, I've been told that just get through this launch and things are going to slow down and we'll take it easy, and it hasn't, and it's been great because there's always something to be working on, and there's always the next project to engage in. So from that standpoint, that's exciting. I feel very appreciated from the team here, so it's a good feeling. Thank you, Bryan. Thank you, Natalie.
So I wanted to nominate Mike for this award for a variety of reasons, but the main one is Mike has been such a great addition to our team. Mike's been working with us since 2014. He came not having any background in manufacturing and has really dived in learning as much as he can in a really short period of time. And this year, he really went above and beyond, putting in metrics and KPIs that are helping change behavior in the organization. So months of crazy world, and amid the pandemic, Mike's making positive changes that are impacting day-to-day things to make Dymatick a better corporation. Some words that I would use to describe Mike would be he's driven, he's definitely results oriented, he's passionate about the culture that we've developed at Dymatick. So while we want to get results and drive for being a world-class organization, we're not going to do that if it's going to affect our culture negatively. So he embodies everything to drive us forward.
I think that he has a relationship with everybody in the business, and everyone knows that Mike has their back. And also, it's the kind of thing that it's earned for Mike. There's never a task or anything that's given to him that he doesn't attack and accomplish and impress you when he comes back. I would say the word that strikes for me about what, just summing up Mike in a few words, is he is an owner. He owns the situation, he owns the roles, and as somebody running a business, you want to surround yourself with owners. I guess it's more than a few words, but he's an owner, and it's a big statement.
It feels wonderful to be recognized for the work that we're doing on the operations side. It always comes as a surprise because you go through your day to day, just trying to do the best job you can, and you always feel like it's noticed. But when you're spotlighted like this, I think it really comes into focus. Right? So the team keeps me motivated. So I try and help keep the team motivated, but the team certainly keeps me motivated. I don't think I've ever worked with more folks who act like owners.
And I nominated her because she did so many things on so many different fronts that it was definitely above and beyond the call of duty. So. You know, one of the things that I had mentioned was that she was mothering to our younger employees. And, you know, they come in with some pretty peculiar stories about how, you know, they can't get to work or what different types of things are interfering with their lives that don't allow them to function at work properly. And she really gives them some tough love, but also some caring advice to get them through that period of time in their lives. So I think a lot of the kids that start here really want. She pretty much takes on whatever we ask her to, or she really doesn't even take on what we ask her to. She just jumps in and does it. So very amazing person.
I just want to thank Steve. I really was shocked, surprised, and it is nice to be noticed for the stuff that you do, but you do it because you want to do it. Like, it's, you know, I come to work every day and it's fulfilling, and the people here make it great, and it is nice, and I want to thank him for that recognition. I do sometimes, they always say I'm the mother around here, but I just feel like you care. You know, if you care about people and you listen to their stories and you help them even just by listening, they feel like they're getting what they need from you. So it's just nice when they really do feel like they matter and that they fill a void here and they're an important piece to our puzzle. And as long as you treat them that way, they give back. Like I said, I love it here. It is a family here, and I just can't see myself going anywhere else.
Because Will has gone above and beyond for over 20 years. Which puts him in a class all by himself. And as I mentioned earlier, he puts in a full day, beginning to end, and then he goes home and then he comes back and he does it all over again. For over 20 years. It falls in my mind under the category of perseverance and grit. That's a good descriptor for Will. Maybe better than anybody else.
A lot of people here that deserve it, though, besides me. So, I mean, I appreciate it. I mean, Harry's always been great to me. You know, he's always taking care of me and my family as well. So it's, you know, it's a little kind of embarrassing getting nominated, but. The people I work with, I think it's a good company. I mean, I've got a lot of time and effort, and I just really want the company to succeed in providing for my family too, for the future.